I would like to speak with everyone about my experiences of living with psoriatic arthritis. The arthritis started back in 2001. I was away on holiday down in Cornwall, walking around the city of Truro, and I remember getting this really terrible pain in the right foot, and it was very painful even just to put the foot down. Carried on through the holiday in quite a lot of pain, and within 2 weeks the pain had moved up to the right knee, which had swollen now to twice its normal size. I went to see the doctor, and the doctor informed me that I needed to go for a blood test to see if I had rheumatoid arthritis. The blood test came back negative, so they began doing different scans. I had to have an ultrasound scan. I had a body scan again, which really showed nothing. And then one day out of the blue, I had to go to the doctors, who happened to look at my fingernails, which were growing in a very rigid and erratic manner. And he said, "I think you've got psoriatic arthritis." He made an appointment for me to see a specialist at Huddersfield Royal Infirmary, Mr. Rees, who actually confirmed his diagnosis. By this time, the pain had spread into my left leg, and the left knee had also swollen up to twice its normal size, and the difficulty in walking and the pain were becoming quite unbearable. Ordinary painkillers just did not touch it at all, and unfortunately for people like myself, I am allergic to anti-inflammatory drugs, so things like diclofenac and ibuprofen, naproxen were all out of the question for me. Mr. Rees decided in his wisdom to start me off on a drug called Methotrexate. Now, I know that a lot of people are very reluctant to start this medication because of all the horror stories they hear about how dangerous this drug is. And to be fair, it is a very strong drug indeed. A drug which can affect every nerve ending in your body. But it also helps to keep the psoriatic arthritis under control. You start off on a 2.5 dose one day, and every other day then you have to take a 5 milligram of folic acid. The amount of methotrexate is added as the weeks go by as to what your body can tolerate, followed by regular blood tests to monitor that everything's okay. Bearing in mind that at this point I really found it difficult to walk, within 8 weeks of starting this particular treatment, I was able to walk up Mount Snowdon in North Wales, which was a major feat considering that walking across the road to the shop had become quite difficult. The methotrexate seemed to be working very well. No problems at all the blood tests were fine, liver function, kidney function, etc. Everything absolutely fine. There was an occasional flare-up in the arthritis, and as you all know who suffer from it, it's a very painful experience. So the medication was adjusted. I'm now on 10 tablets a week, which my body is coping with very well. I've no side effects at all that I'm aware of, and I think my advice to anyone who is reluctant to take methotrexate, give it a go. Don't be frightened of it. It's just another drug. And every other drug that you take, if you read the side effects within the box, there are hundreds of side effects to every tablet that we take. And these tablets are there to help reduce the inflammation, to help reduce the progress of the drug, and to give you a better quality of life. As the years have gone by, I have had flare-ups. Again, as you know, they're very painful. And now I've also been started on Sulfasdalazine, which is another tablet that people seem very wary of taking and have a fear about. But again, everything is well controlled by the rheumatology department, by the phlebotomists, the doctors. Bloods are tested every month, or as it now is for me, every 3 months, and everything is fine. Yes, very stiff on a morning. Takes half an hour to get yourself moving, to get the fingers working again, to get your ankles moving and your knees. But once you've gone through that initial period, it's pretty good. And my advice again there is, whatever you do, continue to do things. Use your joints, keep moving, because if you don't, you will seize up and you will use the loss of the joints that you have. Walk. Do as much walking as you can. Just get out and about in the fresh air. And above all, don't let this disease beat you. Always have confidence in your rheumatologists, and if should you need any help, they're always there. Just give them a call. And if anyone has any questions for me with regards to how this psoriatic arthritis has affected me over the years, I'm quite willing to just please feel free to ask me. And anyone with any concerns about methotrexate, I'm quite happy to help. As we all who suffer with this, I'm sure, really wish we didn't have it, but it's something that we have, and it's something that we need to learn to live with and live along with, and to try whatever we can just to keep things under control. People say that it can be caused by stress. Whether that's true is open to debate, but I do know that stressful situations can create problems in as much as you can have a flare-up through stress. And again, just try and keep calm, think positive, and just get out and about and enjoy life the best you can. And thank you for listening.